Hey, what's up, Dilly Gang? Coming to you live once again, and we are going to talk about the best DAW to use to create the tracks you want. That could be Michael Jackson sounding tracks. It could be Timbaland sounding tracks. It could be Pharrell, Gwen Stefani. Wow, that sounds like some older artists. Her, Khaled, Drake, Lil Wayne, Pop Smoke. There's a certain sound that you want to create, and you're probably wondering what is the best DAW for that. Now, this video is for absolute novices who have maybe never created tracks before and want to create. This is the video for you because I'm going to speak and put it in a way that helps you understand it at its perspective at the level that you're at, and you're learning, you're growing, whether you're young or old, it doesn't matter. You haven't made music before, you're interested in doing it. You're interested in maybe stepping up into it and creating some music that you can enjoy. And what we're going to talk about is a DAW, or digital audio workstation. Not everything is a digital audio workstation, but we're not going to go into like very little granular semantics. We're just going to talk about the basic things to look for when you're looking to get on a platform or a digital audio workstation or anything to create your music with. And the first thing you want to make sure you're able to work with is something that provides you with multiple tracks to work with at the same time. So what this means is that if you're playing a piano and just recording it on your phone on a note, which is a good place to start because you're getting into the action of recording. That's a great place to start. But you don't really understand the concept of multi-tracking until you find a platform that enables you to do multi-tracks where you can record a track, go back to the beginning of the recording and record another one on top of that and dub on top of that. That's where you really get into. So you want to make sure that you start working with programs that work that way. I think there are some free programs out there I don't quite know of, but you got to transition from just using a note recorder or a voice recorder to that. And the sooner you do that, the sooner you will start your journey into creating the beats and songs and things of that nature that you like. There's a lot of free tools out there. They're a lot of fun to work with. But if you want to take yourself to the next level, you want to look for a DAW or a platform that enables you to work with multiple tracks. And that goes to the second thing, because I'm speaking in the concept of not knowing anything or just never having any experience before. And that's fine. No judgment here at the Dilio TTK channel at all about that, because I want to be able to help you learn to create the music that you want. And so the second thing you want to do is make sure you get a DAW that is easy to access. 10 times out of 10, if I'm working with somebody who never worked with music before, they may not be a Mac owner, or they'll probably be a PC owner, and I'm pretty confident they're a phone owner. And that's why I always talk about FL Studio, because it's so easily accessible. You're able to get it for free. You get pretty much a fully functioning, almost fully functioning copy of the program for free without having to pay for it, and you get to use all those functions. And it provides multi-tracking. It provides a way to sequence of sounds, which I'm going to get to next. I always like to recommend that. GarageBand, I don't know if that's free on Mac or not these days. Y'all can let me know in the comments below. I haven't used it in a while, but make sure it's a DAW that you have access to. So if you can't afford an MPC X, that doesn't mean you can't work. If you can't afford a synthesizer or some expensive piece of equipment and you haven't made music before, that's okay. 9 times out of 10 in 2021, you're going to have access to the equipment that you need in your pocket right here on your phone. There's apps that are available on here that you can use to record your music. And if you want me to find some apps on Android, because I'm an Android user and I already have an iPad as well, so I could talk a little bit about iOS. But those are the platforms that you can use to get access to it. Make sure some you can access if you feel like it's somebody reach as far as cost is concerned, because I know that coming from the beginning, it's very difficult to justify the cost of buying a synthesizer or buying a piece of equipment if you're just starting out, which is who this video for, and I understand that. But there are free programs out there that enable you to get your feet wet, your hands dirty into working with that. Another thing that you want to look for in a DAW when you're starting off from scratch is that you want to have something that is able to help you to stream and to share what you do with it. Because say if you're recreating something and you don't have experience and you want to convey an idea to someone else, you want to have a record of that. And you want to be able to either convert that recording of those multi-tracks into an MP3 or a WAV file and take that and you can Dropbox it or Google Drive it or we transfer it to someone else so they can hear it. Well, hey, check out how this thing, or have a way to upload it to SoundCloud or even upload it to YouTube. There's ways to convert your WAV files into videos online for free. There's apps that do it where you can convert your music into a video and upload it on YouTube and share it with your friends and other people that are also learning as well. And then you get to network and build like that. And so you want to make sure that you find a DAW that enables you to do that. Because I have worked with FL Studio, one of the things that I think FL Studio does not let you do on the free side of it is it does not let you save what you're doing. You can export it, I believe, but I don't think you can save the actual programs and the work that you've done in it. That's kind of like how to get you to buy it. One of the ways to get you to buy it. So that's something to look out for too. The fourth thing you want to look for in DAW is a way to sequence your music, meaning you want something inside there that enables you to create the drum patterns, the loops, the rhythms by either clicking some notes in or playing it live, like some pads or places to click. You want to have something that enables you to sequence and get familiar with sequencing sounds together, because you may not be familiar with counting bars and clicking in 16th notes and 8th notes and half notes and all that stuff. You want something that enables you to manipulate that. And the cool thing is, I believe Splice has an online web browser drum machine in which you can sequence sounds into there, which is a lot of fun. And I used to use this program called Little Drummer Boy, and that's how I learned how to sequence on the computer. So you want something that enables you to sequence and move notes around on that platform. So if you got a multi-track color that just does audio and doesn't allow you to edit drum patterns and musical notes, you might want to try to find something else that will help you with that. And then the last and final thing is that you want something that enables you to edit. The one thing I do not like doing on the phone is editing video, and I do not like editing audio on the phone. But that is my personal experience. So you could start here and absolutely love it and hate to deal with a mouse and keyboard. So it's very important to make sure you do have a platform that lets you do that. So for instance, like I always go back to the voice recorder on the phone. You can record a voice on there, but say if you want to cut a bar out here or cut a bar out there, it's going to be a pain to work with. So you want something that enables you to really get in and slice and splice and things of that nature. And from my perspective, I come from more of a spoiled place because I got a computer to do it, and so I like working that way. I have a workflow. I have a way of doing it. But there are other ways that you could do it too as well. So you can do it like on the phone, and it's kind of like, all right, but you definitely want something you can easily edit with. So those are some things you want to look for when you're editing, where you're looking for a DAW to create the music that you want. It's not solely, for me, it's not solely based on the brand or what product you got. It's very important to just acquire something that you have access to, that's easy for you to get to, that you can learn on. And then once you get proficient in that, then start experimenting on other platforms. But I don't advise you spending a lot of money if you haven't made music before. I do recommend spending a little bit, but not a lot. There's a lot of pricing tiers for a lot of things out there. Companies realize this, and I think it's a good idea to make a small investment, but not like a large investment, because you're going to have access to a lot of things that you're not quite ready to go with. And I think that a less advanced DAW, something that's more compact, more smaller, with a lot more simpler things, will enable you to learn how to work with a DAW first, and then branch out to more advanced topics or concepts in it. All right, so that's something I want you to check out. If you like this type of content, let me know in the description. Comments below. Check out the links in the description. And I also wanted to know that this video is sponsored by my latest loop library called DEM Chords Volume 2, which is 90s R&B chord loops that you can put into your beats or your loops, and it could be a great tool to help you get started on your music production journey. All right, with that being said, I'm Delio. You're watching Delio T2K, and we out here.
Continuing on the sound design legacy brought to you by DelioT2K.com, we now introduce to you DEM Chords Volume 2, a soul-filled loop pack containing 30 90s R&B chord progressions in the style of Teddy Riley, Babyface, and many others from the golden age of R&B. You can loop, chop, transpose, and sculpt these loops into your next placed platinum hit for today's demands on music production. Keep it old school or add some fresh paint with the MIDI files also included in this library. Last and not least, all loops are royalty-free with no catches. DEM Chords Volume 2 continues the legacy, bringing the past into the future. Purchase Dem Chords Volume 2 today and be inspired now. Use the discount code to receive your discount off the street price.